a chance to review the film last night, what struck you that perhaps we didn't get the chance to discuss during last night's postgame?
I think everyone looks at the last probably series of plays and feels that decided the game. When you look back, there were plays throughout. There were stretches that we could have avoided. And offensively, we did a lot of good things. A pace of play, overall execution. We do have to cut down on the number of turnovers, and those, 19 turnovers for 26 points. That's tough to overcome. You're not getting shots to the rim. Kind of ignites your opponent's fast break opportunities. It kind of takes a lot of starch out of your overall execution. So minimizing those, and the vast majority of them, when you go back and look, were unforced. So I think that's probably the part that bothers me the most. That we knew going in they're high-powered offense, and overall the transition wasn't the issue. The one-on-one piece, the closing out and containing the ball. There were some great examples, there were some bad ones, but being able to do that and not foul. 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡 got to the line consistently in that second half. 14 of his, I believe, 17 free throws came in that second half. So that was, really took a lot of wind out of our sails. You're trying to make plays and keep guys in front, but a parade to the line really just, I thought it hurt us.
How's Jordan?
We don't have official update on where he is. He's getting some testing done. By all measure, feeling better. I think there were some concerns, but we still don't have a true picture of, the extent of the injury. We're just hopeful. Hopefully we'll find out in about an hour.
Has DeLon been reevaluated yet?
No, we're going to do some of that by week's end, just to kind of see where he is, how he's responded. He says he feels much better. He's moving better, able to do some straight line running, and I know it's not up to speed or up to NBA standards, but it's a good sign. So we'll do some in-house testing, and they'll evaluate him at that point.
What has Monte done well so far, and where would you like to see him improve?
Well, I think over the last couple of games in particular, he's been really, his pace of play has been better. He's been more aggressive. I think he's just trying to find a rhythm. I thought he had a decent rhythm last night. But I think he comes in as a guy who, he's going to quarterback your offense. He's not going to turn the ball over. He does a really good job of organizing, kind of seeing what guys need. And just more of that. I think the biggest thing for us as a unit offensively is the pace at which we played, and it's been much better.
What do you remember about working with Gilbert, Karan, and Antoine as they get set to reunite tomorrow?
Yeah, those were, you look back at it, those were really good days for me professionally and personally. We had some really good teams, and those three were kind of they spearheaded that, that group. Very talented, very competitive, and we had a lot of success. A 3 or 4 year window where we played at a high level. So it's I'm actually going to have the opportunity to get with those three tonight, have dinner. So I'm looking forward to the first time in probably 12 years that we've had an opportunity to just kind of reconvene. So I'm excited about the opportunity to see where they are, and I know all doing well. Karan is an assistant with the Heat. Antoine is with us in a scouting capacity. Gilbert has done a lot, very active in his podcast, and, it's Gilbert being Gilbert, but it seems like everyone's doing well, so I'm excited to kind of break bread and get an opportunity to catch up.
I think when I talked to Antoine about you last year, he said you kind of were a lot of guys' therapists, just kind of on the bench.
At times, yeah.
What did working with those groups during some wild years teach you about managing a locker room?
Oh, it teaches you a lot because, there's not one, elixir, for everybody. You got to have to dive into the relationship piece and figure out what makes each individual guy tick. You're going to have to push them sometimes. You have to be blunt and tell them the honest truth. Sometimes those are uncomfortable conversations. But, the sooner you can get past that, I think there's more clarity, but also a deeper relationship behind that. So that ties into my personal development. As a young assistant, trying to figure out how do you reach these guys. And some of it is the sweat equity you can put in when you work guys out. But the other piece is rip that Band-Aid off and do the tough stuff. And once you get past that, you're better for it.
Monte, how long did it take you in your pro career to let the sting of a really tough loss kind of evaporate during the course of an 82-game season?
I mean, probably never for real. It sucks. But good thing about the NBA, you get to do it all over tomorrow. Like it ain't like a boxing event where you gotta sit on it for 6 months and wait till you can get another match. So that's the good part. But just losing close game like that, obviously it was other plays that got the game close. But I mean, the last possession, I take pride, in my defense and everything too. So whether he was rolling or not, he made a tough shot, but you learn from it. Maybe I could have pushed up and made him, go to the basket, but you can always say what you could do after the fact. You just got to learn from it.
The three-point defense, did they just make tough shots, or was there something you guys could have done differently throughout the entirety of the game?
I mean, they like driving the ball, so we knew they had capable three-point shooting. But like I said, like any team you give light to and confidence to, it's the NBA. So anybody can get rolling. You can't. It's hard to play percentages. I think Wes said that was a 28% shot out there. And he nailed it. So it's just like you can't really play that, especially when the guy feeling great and team rolling. So, like I said, we got another one tomorrow. Good test for us and get back on track.
Monte, did the offense feel the same from the spacing component that you guys have been talking about these past couple wins with Brad back in the game?
Yeah, 100%. Like we started off so good. Brad could put pressure on the defense to get downhill, and like I said, he's so unselfish. Like all them driving slot, he hitting the baseline. We got open threes, one more passes. Like the ball was popping. It's feeling good. Like they was just showing it on film, and it just feels good to have that. We having that one more mentality now, and they putting a lot of onus on me getting the ball over. They showed a lot of clips, me getting the ball over at like 22. Now we in action, everybody touching and moving it. So I think we in the right direction. We spiraling in the right direction, and it feels good to know, the ball popping, and if you make the right play, the right read, it can come back to you, it can come back to anybody. So that's where we've been trying to get to, but I think we going in the right direction.
What stands out about the Heat and the way they're playing right now?
They the Heat. They hard-nosed. They're going to try to get into you. They're going to try to play physical. They've been like that my whole career, 6 years since I've been in the NBA. So you just got to come out, be ready. They got a veteran guard, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗪𝗓, who I had battles with throughout, a good friend of mine. So he going to lead the troops. And, he got a great supporting cast that Jimmy, Bam, and a whole bunch of other good guys. So we just got to come ready to play. I think it's a good test for us. It's a winnable game if we come and do what we got to do. Keep defending, keep guarding, and just come play Wizards basketball. I think we'll be just fine to get back on track.